Good morning and welcome to day 12 of our road trip, our second longest leg of the road trip. Today is going to be about 16 to 17 hours of driving. We got to about 88% of charge yesterday. The kids got restless, so we didn't wait around for 100%. And when I was checking the Rivian app on the trip planner, it always took me to a Tesla charger about 41 miles away from where we are right now, unless we charge to 100%. So since the kids were restless, we just did 88%. Right now, actually, it dropped a little bit. It's like 85% right now. We're going to hit about 7 chargers today since we are not at 100% right now. I've already packed the car. I'm just gonna load the kids and we'll be heading off to that first charging station. We are in Mountain Home, Idaho, charging at the Tesla charging station. It's a pretty nice place. It's just it's right next to a Chevron gas station in the parking lot. It's a pretty nice charging station. Actually, I never realized that these newer Tesla chargers this whole time actually have a magic dock inside of it. If I didn't have my adapter, I could still use these Tesla chargers. They have the magic dock on them, and you can use those if you don't have an adapter. So we're gonna charge for the next 15 minutes or so, and then we're going to head to Burley, Idaho for our next charging station. We'll finish here and we'll see you at that one. So we needed an extra charge since my efficiency isn't great right now. I ended up at about a 1.6 miles per kilowatt hour when I got to Jerome, Idaho at this Flying J here at this EVgo charging station. I couldn't make it to the Rivian charging network without this extra charger. I'm not driving as efficiently as I can. I'm just going with the flow of traffic like I normally would do. The Rivian did detect that I wouldn't make it to the Rivian Adventure charging network, so it did reroute me here to the Flying J, to the EVgo charging station here, so that I could charge up for a few minutes, about 15 minutes, so that we can make it to the Rivian Adventure network. Now I still have to charge at that network because the next leg of the trip after the Rivian Adventure charger is about 141 miles, so I'll have to charge quite a bit more there, probably to 90%, maybe 85%. So we'll charge up here for a little while and then we'll head out. We've made it to Burley, Idaho, and we're charging at the Rivian Adventure Network. We're actually really close to a Tesla network as well. We're just down like a few steps here. So it's pretty cool. And there's a bunch of shops as well around here. They're not open right now, of course, because it's still very early. And we got some McDonald's before we stopped by. It's just down the street a little bit, so not too far. So we got some breakfast and we're just gonna hang out here for the next 40 minutes or so. The Rivian says to charge to about 85%, but I'm going to charge for more than that, maybe 90, 95%, just in case. 85% should handle the 141 mile range that we have to the next charging station. But just to make sure, I'm gonna go to about 90, 95%. I'm just not driving as efficiently as I should be. I'm at about at 1.6 miles per kilowatt right now, not at the optimum efficiency of the car. I'll just charge a little extra so that I can make sure that we get to the next charge station. But with that, I'll see you at the next charging station. We made it to Far East Utah to a Tesla charger, a V3 Tesla charger, so they do have the Magic Dock as well. We're just gonna charge here for a little bit because our next leg is only about 90 miles. It's suggested that we charge to about 60%. I'm gonna charge a little bit more than that, of course, about to 70% probably. So we'll just charge up here for a little bit and we'll see you at the next charging station. All right, we're in Evston, Wyoming. We're charging at the Electrify America charger. It's a nice little charging station right next to a Smith's or a Kroger if you're more used to that name. It's just a branch off of the Kroger supermarket. So if you wanted to go grab some groceries or something like that, you can. There's some other food around it as well. Like I think I saw Little Caesars right across the way there. So some pizza or something like that, you want to grab it for some lunch. And then on the way in, there's a bunch of other food around too, like KFC, Taco Bell, and everything. So fairly nice charging station. So we're just gonna charge up for a little while, probably up to 75% again, and then we're gonna head to the next town. I think it's Rock Springs, Wyoming. So we'll see you in Rock Springs, Wyoming. All right, so we made it to Rock Springs, Wyoming, and we're at another Electrify America charger. This is a fairly new charger, actually. It's really nice. We're close to another Smith's. There's also TJ Maxx across the street, and actually we went to a Mexican restaurant before we came to the charger because we wanted to grab some lunch. It's called Ponchos. It looks really good and it had a lot of nice reviews, so we decided to get some Mexican food for lunch. We'll probably charge to about 85%, maybe 90%. Rollins is about 131 miles from here, so just in case, we'll charge as much as we can so that we have enough miles just to get there, and then the next one will be the same thing. We've made it to Rollins, Utah. I'm kind of losing my voice now for all of a sudden, but it was a fairly good drive to Rollins. We have to charge here for a little longer than we usually need to as well, probably to about 85%. The next stop is Wellington, Colorado, and that's going to be about 160 miles from here. So we'll need to charge quite a bit to get there. So we'll probably want to be about at 85% before we leave the charging station, just so that we have enough range to make it there with no issues. The chargers here are Electrify America chargers as well. They're fairly new as well. So we're just going to finish up charging and then head to Wellington, Colorado, which should be our last charger before we get to our hotel. We're making fairly good time as well. So we'll see you at that charger. So we made it to Wellington to a Mavericks, a charge point charger. And I have to say that was a close one. Again, I should have learned my lesson the first time, but apparently I should have just charged to 100%. We left at charge being at 92%. And about 40 minutes out from here, I noticed that we were at about 50 miles of range and we needed to get to about 43 more miles. So I took it off of cruise control and I basically drove the car as efficiently as I could just to get as many miles as I could. Because with the estimate, it usually goes down if you keep driving as you do. So I took it out of cruise control and I drove it as efficiently as I could. Luckily for us, the last 40 minutes of the drive, we were driving much slower than we were on the highway. So I think most of the speed was about 65 at the high and then 40 miles per hour at the lowest. So that helped with efficiency and then a lot of downhills. There were some uphill climbs, but very, very short climbs. I let a lot of cars pass me just so that I could take the uphill as slowly as I could and then push push the recharge on the downhills. So we got here at the Mavericks about 17 miles of range at 6% of charge. So that was great. Uh, I'm gonna charge it quite a bit before we head out to the hotel. We're only about 40 minutes out to the hotel actually. So this is a pretty good location for a charger with Maverick gas station right behind me. And then there's a McDonald's, and then there's actually a human being. It's a coffee joint that we went to the other day. It's actually a really good coffee place. And then Burger King at Sinclair across the street if you want to walk to. And I think there's a few other things down the street as well. So a really nice location. We're glad we made it to this location. This was actually we actually were trying to find other charging stations as well, but this was pretty much the closest one that we could get to. So we had to get to this charging station. There wasn't any other charging stations that we could get to. Lesson learned again for the second time. But we're gonna stick around here and charge for a while and then head to the hotel. And then I'll probably drop off the kids and everything and that, and then go find a charger and then get ready for the next day. I'll probably charge on that charger to 100% so that we're ready for the drive for tomorrow. But we'll see you at that charger. So we got to the hotel and I was going to charge one more time before tomorrow, but it's really late now and I'm beat. It's been a long day. And we just checked into the hotel. We grabbed some Chick-fil-A for a fast dinner, and then we're just gonna kind of rest and sleep in a little bit tomorrow for the final drive home. With that, thank you for watching. Be sure to subscribe to Gas and Wants, like the video, and I'll see you tomorrow.